Thus he spoke, and the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, whichever son or daughter of the lineage wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom should look perfectly like this. Subsequently, looking perfectly and correctly at the emptiness of inherent existence, 5 aggregates also. Form is empty, emptiness is form. Emptiness is not other than form. Form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty without characteristics. That is, they are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement and no separation from defilement. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, no consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visible form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, no mental phenomenon. There is no I element, and so forth, up to no mind element, up to no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance and no cessation of ignorance, and so forth, up to no aging and death, and no cessation of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation, and no path, no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom, and because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in the 3 times, by relying upon the perfection of wisdom, become manifest and complete Buddhas in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, and complete enlightenment. Therefore, the mantra, the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the equal to the unequaled mantra, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, since it is not false, should be known as the truth. The mantra, the perfection of wisdom, is proclaimed. Taya ta gate gate paragate parasomgate bodhi soha. Shariputra, this is how a bodhisattva, great being, should train profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Blessed One arose from that concentration and said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, great being, well said, O child of lineage, so it is. The profound perfection of wisdom should be practiced exactly as you have taught, and the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, the Venerable Shariputra, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, great being, and the entire assembly, as well as worldly beings, gods, humans, demigods, Gadavas, and others, were filled with admiration and highly praised what had been spoken by the Blessed One. In the holy supreme abode of the Dakinis, possessed of clairvoyance and miraculous power, unwaveringly caring for practitioners as your children, homage to the host of the 3 places Dakinis. Akasama Rasa Taya ta om gate gate paragate parasomgate bodhi soha. Through the power of truth of the exalted 3 jewels speech, may all on the side of negativity, such as the formar, be stopped. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. All enemies, obstructors, and hindrances, shante kurye soha. 80,000 types of obstructors pacified, freed from adverse harmful conditions. May all be conducive and perfect auspiciousness, bring happiness and well-being here, right now. Saji Perki Jungshin Meta Tramri Rabling Ji Ni Degempadi Sange Jingdu Meteua Kidra Jingla Cho Parsho Jesu Lama Dampagenam Kichukukala Kyense Trindri Char Sampe Tu Jezin Ma La Sa Ge Ki Char Pa Wap Tu So Idam Guru Ranamandala Kam Niryatayami Jangde Sangi Chamna La Jaju Pardu Gapti Gapsuchi Dagi Chonyan Gepe Sonam Ki Drola Penjir Sange Drupa Sho Jangde Sangi Chamna La Jaju Pardu Dagi Gapsuchi Dagi Chonyan Gepe Sonam Ki Drola Penjir Sange Drupa Sho Jangde Sangi Chamna La Jaju Pardu Dagi Gapsuchi Dagi Chonyan Gepe Sonam Ki Drola Penchir Sange Drupa Sho.
Good morning. Good to see you guys again. It's nice weather. Right? It's cold? No, right? That's wonderful. I don't know if it's good or bad. I think maybe you think about the more wire, is it? Karo semja chimbo. More wire. More white. It may be not good. But just myself is good. Right? Then more white. Think about more like Buddhist subtle way. Then maybe that's not good. Like we need more temperature keeps them, cold times are cold, hot times are hot, like that. Anyway, it's wonderful. I would like to, every Sunday, like 10-15 minutes, we do meditation. First time. Very simple way. Just try to meditation like Kamabari. In order to like that, first we just do the breathing meditation. When you think here, if you, okay, you don't have to close completely your eyes. Sometimes people, you close eyes also, you got sleep. And sometimes people, you open eyes, your mind go to everywhere. If you see the white color, your mind go to white color. Red color, go red. All different colors, mind go that way. Therefore, this depends the person. Whatever you're comfortable, we can do that. The main thing is just, just relax. Comfortable your body as much as you can. Then the visualization, the front is the Buddhism temple or Buddhism place. We just visualization Buddha Shakyamuni's image. Buddha Shakyamuni's image is, as we know, the statue here. The around there, left, right, behind, front, like he's the man, Buddha Shakyamuni is the man image, then around all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, gurus, everyone just around. Usually there are also different ways, different levels that is too complicated for us. Just think about all the merit fields around you. It's also when we do this, good to not just like statue, like carpet like that. It's a real Buddha, living Buddha. Always I mention it's like hundreds, thousands monks, someplace like that. Then you can yourself, you also from that. Then just first you just try to relax your body. Just go through your body from head to through. after you just go relax, you down, then just breathing in and very out. Also, when you bring in, just very deep, like go through like complete you inside your lung, all the corners, just complete full. When breathing out, slowly, slowly, you think that I'm breathing in, breathing out, like maybe 10, 20 times. Just first we just focus that, because it keeps your mind just busy or keep mind with you. That's all the Buddhism, non-Buddhism, all the beginner meditations like technique, breathing meditation. Okay, we don't start that. Now, again, remember the visualization from all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas. When you bring in, you feel to all the blessings come from all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas. They go through your mouth or your nose. So you feel all you inside the body to blessing. When you bring out all your negative karmas, emotions, unhappy feelings, they go out. A couple times do like that. Bring in, with all the blessings. When you bring out all negative emotions, negative thoughts, negative karmas, unhappy feelings, is any disease. When you bring in all the blessings, just a couple more times like that. Okay, that's good enough. Yeah, when you have time at your home, do a little bit meditation every time. You know, you can meditation also. Today is like a bit too like beginner, really beginner. You know, usually the beginning meditation is like one of the method to bring your mind calm. But you come outside, your mind just start going on, maybe on the road, maybe our sound, especially here, so many sounds for. Therefore, the beginning meditation is the method for to bring in our mind, inside or next to our body. When our minds are very stable, then we can do any kind of meditation. Like when you have the very stable foundation, it's stable, then we can put up here very heavy things. If it's not very stable, you have some balance, then you put big things here, they fall down, they're broken. It's like that. First, we try to keep our mind very stable. You know, example, who knows that driving? When you need to brake, you just brake. You won't go, you just go that. If you know how to go driving, then sometimes you push the brake, you wrong button, push the oil, gas, then they go rrr. The same. Right now we're not able to control our mind. Do you guys control your mind? No, right? Your mind says, I'm unhappy. Oh, yes. My mind's very happy. You say, oh, yeah. Your mind says, oh, I want that. You say, oh, okay, sir. Your mind says, oh, I don't want like that way. You say, yeah, okay, sir. Because our mind takes for everywhere. When you meditation, we can control our mind. I don't have experience, but the who did good meditation, they say. You know. Like example, when you do very deep meditation, even you meditation here, someone coming in, going out, doing something, you don't really hear. Right now, you talk, even maybe small, maybe something drop on the roof, you can hear. You're not looking for that, but our mind just anything, something like exciting. There's something going on there. Oh. Therefore, mind just be not our mind. Even we try to meditation, that we're not very focused. We're not able to very focus. Therefore, when we do meditation, then be something like they have something to very control, very tight. Then you can meditation for everywhere, any place. Doesn't matter if it's noisy or doesn't matter. Therefore, in order to that, we need to lot effort always. Also, in order to like that kind of meditation, we need to more study. In order to study, we need to hear. We call tuba mepe gumbate lautu talanjavata. Means if you don't have the ears of the teacher or teaching, then the person who have hands like this, then they're taught to the clamp. Can you do clamp? If you hand like that, can you clamp? Is a clamp? You cannot hold it. You mind like your hands like that. In order to clamp, is a clamp? Climb. You need to your hand like that. Hold this, hold here, very tight. You tight here. If you hand like that, you just try, but it doesn't catch. It's exactly like that. If who don't have the education here, how is it? Hearing. If you don't hearing the teacher teaching, and seems like that person have hand like that to clamp. Some people say, oh, I don't need to hear. I can do practice myself. I can study myself. You can do, but Tibetan Buddhism traditions also, so you need to like blessings, unbroken lineage, something, like that. Otherwise, you try to your own meditation, you try to your own practice, it's not that powerful, because you don't have any lineage, like you don't have the permission, or something, I don't know, what can be say, other example. But gege mene soso lobjong chewa do gege yewani da chewa shiwo yorwa. Da chunluku chewa ndo da pena kara chewa. I don't know what kind of example. 간다는 가라서 레가지 chewa ina. 아니 롱에 여와도 매번이 다 chewa shiwo yorwa.
So anyway, when we do something, we always need to know how to do that. In order to know how to do, we need to study, right? And so if some people think that you can just do it without studying or without learning about it, but there's a big difference in somebody who does it with learning and somebody who does it without learning, right?
대야 안에다 가진도 인심시 개개지 고기 살아 봤어. 갈라미시 고기 살아 봐.
And so therefore, for anything, we need a teacher to explain about how to do the things.
제다 배나 가로서 배나 록피스 제한다거든. 다 대상 마체 나도 유튜브 나타니 제도 왔어. 잘하는 것도 피지컬 제도 유튜브 나타나 마부 제도 인심시 개개 땡고면도.
So many simple things, like maybe changing the light fixtures and so forth, you can do it by looking at a YouTube, right? YouTube video. They explain to you step by step. And so it's easy to do. It's kind of easy to do. So you don't have to have like a person teacher to explain to you everything.
인바나 가서 남백의 추세대 소소의 대화에서 가오여서 개개지산에 예 대냠내 지나 마도 다도 거의 소소의 유튜브도 완년다 왔던지 그저 전부터 다가다 연구해서 말해봤어.
So whereas in Buddhism, like when you study and practice, there has to be the unbroken lineage of the teachers, passing down from the teacher to the disciple, that kind of teaching. So you have to receive from somebody. You can't just like listen to the teaching on the YouTube and do practice. You might gain some experience or some realization, but not a full realization. In order to achieve and gain a full realization, you have to depend on a teacher who have those realizations and who has been holding the lineage of those teachings.
Okay. Today the teacher지 했는데 요새 간지 개개무수 여와다 유명 체화지 요새.
So there is a difference in such way like that, especially in Buddhism. When you practice Buddhist teachings and to gain realization, you have to have a teacher.
디 나네 학벌때 냠내 지엘라 내버지 고고서라고 계시. 근데 로종 지야데 냠내 지야데 가러 와서. 로종 지야잖아 배정한도 유튜브 나와다가 네 가로 리도드네 냠바에 나가지고 그때다 하고 놀어. 이나 안에 냠내 지엘라 땐데 개개지 고고서대.
So you can study, by reading a book or watching the teachings on YouTube video. But in order to put into practice and gain realization, you must rely on a teacher.
This is that day. 가로 남배 추고 다 가로 제주서가 담도. ngebat goya chin sarwa
So this is something that one must have in order to gain realization, like relying on a teacher.
Okay, tende inza ane nganzo gomja gore, gomja wala shigore, shiwala nganzo tugore, tuwala te tusaji kanje manawaj kogo yogora.
And so to gain realization like that, you have to do the meditation. So in order to do meditation, you have to know how to do meditation. Right? So if you don't know how to meditate, then you won't be able to meditate. You might do some way, but will not be in the right way. And so you have to know. So in order to know how to do that, you have to study.
Therefore, right now, are you guys good meditation? Pretty good, right? Pretty good. Maybe we think I'm pretty good. But if you meditation here, maybe some sound that come in, we just mind go that way. Is it? It shows you are not very good meditation. Because we think just I'm good meditation, but our mind has to, if you're like, everything is very quiet, you don't hear anything, then maybe you good meditation, your mind stable with you. But any distractions, distortion, distraction. Looks like I heard you guys different way. What is it? What is it? Distraction. Construction. No construction. Distraction. Yeah. To distract. Don't distract me. Go away, don't distract me. I'm going to meditation. Like, with distraction, we distract or distraction. With someone distract me,
we get distracted.
We get distracted. Therefore, it's very easy, right? Very easy. Therefore, when you do meditation, more and more familiarize, more, then it's not easy to distracted. Get distracted. You guys are all different ways, then I'm more confused. Destroy me, don't destroy me. Okay? Then we got distracted. Right? Is correct?
That's right, yeah.
Okay. Don't distract me. Destroy me. We got distracted. Why not? There's just only one language all the world. There we all in our same tongue, same mouth, same eyes. Why are there so many different voices come here? It's very complicated. Anyway, like that. Therefore, when you study, we know something, then we try to more meditation. That's very important. But familiarize. Anything, like when you do something, you need to more practice. Right? When you do more practice, then you become more familiarized. Then very easy things to do. Same like that. Practice also. We know, but we don't put into practice, then we have some situation, then practice doesn't work. We try that one, doesn't work. Try that one, doesn't work. Like that. Therefore, we have to do more meditations every day, every week, every month, and then slowly. If you become enlightened, then also I'm sure you guys also have good received good teaching with Dr. Nick when I was in India. Then I'm sure he teach you guys like 6 professions. I heard you guys got 6 professions and bodhicitta. Oh.
We just, for the 2 methods for generating bodhicitta, we finished equalizing, exchanging self and others.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Therefore, bodhicitta is very important, very powerful practice. His Holiness Dalai Lama, he is very serious, especially now this time. So His Holiness is always very serious. Do meditation, also do meditation bodhicitta. He said, if you have problem with the sleeping, meditation bodhicitta. your problem with the angry meditation bodhicitta. Yeah, he said that very serious. Therefore, in order to achieve bodhicitta, there are so many, long ways. Therefore, after here, right now we talk about the benefits. After benefits, then they just describe how you develop bodhicitta. Then there are 2 ways. Then Dr. Nick already explained you too. Then also to learn meditation. In order to that, also we need to. It's really special, difficult for the Western people like you guys. Second, and of course, it's not exclusive. You guys have a new idea. It's a complete new idea. Like me, when we was Tibetan, we thought the world is flat. If it's warm like that, then we say we will fall down. We believe that. Then people say, no, world no, it's not possible. World is just flat. Everyone, if you something there, you will fall down. We thought that, we think that. It's very hard to change. Still, people say, world is done. Still, I can see the board, but still not very comfortable to understand. Therefore, you guys have Buddhism is, even you say, I'm studying Buddhism 20 years, 40 years, yes, just baby Buddhism. Like Tibetan, Chinese, like those things, like they are, since they're born Buddhism, many generations, they are already, the blood and the skin, everything, like Buddhism just go into that, very strong there. Therefore, it's very easy for them to past, future life. But you guys have that past, future life, you have very hard to accept that, right? In order to accept the past, if you don't understand or you don't accept past, future life, I think maybe not way to develop bodhicitta. Yeah, maybe not able to develop bodhicitta, right? Because you miss the missing of the one of the cause. The without cause, there's no result. This is the nature. It's not Buddhism something true. It's true, right? No cause, no result. Therefore, first cause is to mashi.
So the first one is recognizing all sentient beings as one's mother.
Therefore, he said, are you my mother? Are you my mother? How can I come? Right? It's very hard. It's very difficult. It's not easy. He said, my wife is my mother. It's my children is my mother. It's very hard, right? In order to that, we need to very white thing. Whited?
Broadened mind. You need a broadened mind for
Very
that.
broader mind. Not only think of that here. Not only think of this society. Yes?
I didn't understand a word. I'm not getting the word you're saying. Just a couple minutes ago you said it's hard for Westerners to get the past and this other word for
Future.
what? Future.
Future.
Oh, future.
Future life, not future. Past life and future life.
Oh, future. Okay, I couldn't get that word.
Future life. That's good. You can say, why? What do you talk about? Yeah, future life.
Future. Okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
Right? It's not easy. Therefore, now what best way to understand or you accept as you understand very good knowledge for cause and effect. But jindegi ani koga da ani jindela yiche da tende yaboyo na jewang hashi sai de tele la yoro.
So, if you understand about the cause and effect, or you believe in the cause and effect, that there needs to be a cause for the effects to happen, then it becomes a little easier to accept or to understand about the past and future lives.
다 나중에 다 단디 가려나 배는 트릭데 아주 쉬우치면에 당아도 참만 트릭라 이치 이와 디나는 트릭 고도 많아요.
And so at this time, and we are more, we believe more in the science, right? So the science have developed so much, and they have proved in many different ways. So we believe in that, and we can easily accept that, right?
제가 제와 남마서 제와 심마서 트릭이 미시게 때 록다는 통고 말했어.
And so whereas the past life and future life, cannot be proved, by science, right? So by looking through some kind of microscope, thing, you can't see the past and future life.
배차에는 안돌라 산이 가는 걸서는 안도 빼나 레지자트래. 저랑 산이 가르치게 가리 용걸 남나? 난 남주 지야데 지게 삼대 가로 완지.
So can we tell what will happen tomorrow if someone were to ask you what will happen to you tomorrow? Will you be able to tell? So you might say, oh yeah, tomorrow I'm going to go to work, and tomorrow I'm going to do this, and so you have your plan, and you might think you're going to do that, but will that really happen, or what else will happen to you tomorrow? Can you tell? Cannot, right? Nobody can tell that.
We cannot 100%, maybe we said 20%. 다 가상 가르쳐온도 참말라야 여러.
But we can tell what happened to us yesterday.
제가 알아서 대뉴스 냠뇨 단 가로. 무슨 뇨와인자 킹라베 요레스.
So because we have experienced it directly, what happened to us yesterday, so therefore we are able to tell that.
제가 뇨와 튼도 마통 아니 체면가 바니에다 많이 그 제와도 쉬울래 그래.
So whether you have experienced it or not, helps a lot, to understand whether it's like that or not.
배차자는 대리바지 지네 대리 같은 땅에 말 계산에 가르치셔. 말 가르쳐 온 사람나. 세링원에 딱 로그게 가르치나 가상을 가르쳐 오면 딱 계시에 도마로 와. 계산을 가르쳐 오면 진짜 도마로 와. 세리바지가야.
ngala so
ngala 가르쳐 온 누구서 나와이나? 뒤에 지나는 내 종사 내 주제도 꼰대 진짜 도마래서. 시전에 다 조가서 야랑 요절에 그 나한테 게스로.
So and yesterday what happened to you, you know, right? You know exactly what happened to you yesterday, what you did yesterday exactly. So if you were to ask a scientist what happened to you yesterday, will the scientist be able to tell you? You can guess, right? Oh, maybe you woke up yesterday, you had a breakfast, maybe you did that, but can he exactly tell you what happened to you yesterday? The scientist can't tell you that, right?
아니 로그다는 도그래 도그마로 와.
So is there any devices or gadgets you can use to see what happened to you yesterday?
아니 나도 차 있잖아 미신을 나 가산대 가는 거다 동거나.
Or by doing a blood test or something like that? Can you check? Can you
Wait
see?
a-
Can you find out what you did yesterday?
Find out what you ate.
Huh?
Yeah, that's true.
Can find out? 잘했어, 어디 동거래서.
땡고는 동거나 대반이 동어스 말이야. 대 동어스 말이야.
그래서 동거래.
빨고 차 다시는 차 하나 고.
So by what? By doing a blood test, you can tell what you ate yesterday.
I would think it maybe, and sometimes maybe just contents are still in you.
Oh, okay. 당가도 수번은 되어놨어.
I don't know.
야.
당가 수번을 넣으면은 수번을 되어나 되는 걸 하고.
제가
Is that really true?
CT scan, they can see what's inside of your body.
Well, even though it has dissolved all, right?
Yeah, but
If you had a bean and a rice and it's all mixed now together, right?
they can tell
It's
it's
all
corn.
dissolved inside together. You can still tell? Huh? 마 된대 너도 가서 저번 하고 저거로.
야,
어?
저거는 나고 이제.
If that's the case, then by doing a stool test, you should be able to tell what kind of food you had.
I think they can tell you, right?
Is that true?
They can tell you.
A little bit, like if you ate too much sugar.
Yeah.
Not exactly, but they might be able to tell if you had chicken, but they don't know how the chicken was made.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, 제가
dia jazajadım la tumarda.
yeah, they was they can also 100%, right? But you can say, I ate that, I ate that, I went that, I did that, I did. You can explain everything if your memory is good. You can say it. 근데 배 된다 그래. 나 제가 심하세, 제가 가마세 된 건도 로코는 거 따야다, 차 따지 해야다. 근데 요 맞다. 샘거 삼로다, 식박이. 아니 삼로다. 아니 시그 단단 알아서 건 통대하기. 디제라 봐서 빼사니 다 개방하신 것도 듣고 그랬어요.
And so, just like that, so from what you did yesterday, you understand that you can sell, and by depending on that logic, and also by depending on the logic of the cause and effect, and you can tell what happens to you, oh, because I did that and that happened to me like this, and now I did do this now and this will happen to me like that. So like that, you can gain understanding about that.
근데 단대가 좀 통대가 변나 지체락 받아서 여러 너도 빼자지 빼.
So the gross cause and effects that we are able to see now, right? The gross cause and effects that we can see right now, we can take that as an example, and through that we can understand the subtle cause and effects.
Okay, but I'm not saying science is bad. Science is good, but even science cannot prove past, future, life. 그런데 전화 솔라 가요 말이지. Yes. Are you going to prove?
Tendency to think science is a thing. It's just a method of thinking. That's all. It's a process. Experiment, result. It's not a thing by itself.
그래서
당어서 사이언스에 당어서 직스 돌로 절로제 당다 돌로 도당다 그래서 그런서 직닥제제 때는 직 제주도제 될라되는 건 사이언스라고 그래서 저는 직 도도도지 개요 말해서 봐.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. 가래 군도지 송도. 근데 가지 테리벨라 가지 데마도 켈랑 말했어. 발라만 가서 특신도 가서 돼.
Quantum physics.
Quantum physics.
Yes.
What means quantum physics means?
Quantum entanglement. Quantum physics is like, I
Like-
was just watching this great show last night. If anybody hasn't heard it, it's called Heal on Netflix. Scientists are now talking about quantum entanglement and how we're all connected because at one point there was an explosion and we're all part of that explosion. So if we're all part of that, then you and I are connected,
Yep.
and our minds are all connected that way too. So so science is actually becoming pretty close to explaining these types of things.
How we our mind connected.
Yeah, how our minds are connected. Yeah.
Do they believe?
How you can actually heal yourself without medicine because by visualizing things, you visualize your body healing itself and your body heals itself.
그래서 어디
더 그런서 샘기드네 더 미과전에 뭐바전에 다른 거서 내도 다 와줘요. 그래서 선물 되는 당.
yeah.
다 와줘요. 더 그런 맨날 맞도 봐. 샘기 삼상 내다 와줘요. 그래서
Yeah, this is
It's
true.
also saying that if you think of other people becoming better, they can become better too. So not only for yourself, because we're all connected through quantum entanglement, it talks about, so like when you're thinking of wanting all sentient beings to be happy, that's actually happening. That's actually,
They talk about Buddhist.
yeah, they talk about
그때 요양 말아.
옛날야.
Buddhism came up last
근데 요양도 상기.
옛날야.
thing. You gotta look at it. It's called
비게 내봐주는 게코 잡아주는 코 건지자 그랬어.
가서 저는 샘디 더 되어요. 그래서.
Yeah.
So you're saying that, let's say, he's sick,
Yeah.
and I say, oh, he gets better. My mind thinks he's better,
yeah.
and then he gets better. That's what you're saying. But how does that happen?
Because,
Or why will that happen?
Because we all come from the exact same thing. So our minds are all the same. Our minds are all, they're saying that our minds have, there's certain part of ourselves that are all the same. They're all connected.
맞아, 샘상만 찍어버렸어. 그래서.
샘 집안에 가고 가 샘도 집안에면 도. 말 시당 집안 가니라겠네. 시당 사이기 차 집안에 가도 남빌라 그러고.
Well, like if you say the same as being like completely same, like your mind, my mind is same,
No.
not like
not
that,
like
right?
that.
But same being awareness.
Like
Your mind is
your
awareness, and my
nature,
mind is
your
my awareness.
human nature and my human nature
It's the same.
are exactly the same. And so if I'm thinking really, really hard about you becoming better, and I know what's wrong with you, and I can think and visualize about it, then you can get better. And there's these people who actually have stage 4 cancer, and the doctors told them there's no way you're gonna live for more than like 6 more weeks.
Okay.
Cured, done, no more cancer. Multiple people are talking about how
No, how they prove?
How did they get cured?
So, placebo is basically when you give someone a pill, they think that they're getting better. They were talking about these Harvard doctors were talking about how you give the actual medicine to someone, and then you give them a placebo. 75% of the people will heal from the actual medicine, but like 65% of the people will heal from the placebo,
Possible.
which is nothing. Which
What is
sugar
placebo?
pill.
But that's
Sugar.
not the mind, what does that got to do with the mind of like you getting them better?
No, I'm talking about from an individual point of view. I'm just talking about basic individual placebo effect.
This is interesting. Yeah.
What that means is that your thinking controls the actual physicality of your cells
Oh,
inside
I
your
thought
body.
you said someone else's thinking controls.
It does.
Yeah.
It
But
does.
this is how can do, yeah.
Yeah, because of quantum entanglement, because of the fact that our minds are all connected in a certain way. We don't know how.
Yeah.
We don't know how yet. They haven't been able to figure that out. But we're all connected in a certain way because we all came from the same place. We're all part of the earth. We're all part of the earth and the stars and everything. We're all part of that. So if we're all the same in that way, that we all came from the same place, our minds have that same capacity as well. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying quantum entanglement is.
Okay.
Scientists.
Okay. I have one question.
Yeah.
We say the outside that treaty. But when the children see you na, masam 신의 친의 깜부 차문이 신의 친의 깜부 차문이 등에 샘네 라와시 잡나 콤마컴 차그르በት.
So, like say the tree outside there, right? It can dry, right? It can dry if it doesn't have
Water,
water,
no,
sunlight,
sun.
all these things, right? So but let's say there's no without depending on any of those things. If you just say in your mind, you just think that may it not dry, may it not dry, may it not dry. Will it not dry?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought that this was an amazing
Yeah.
how science
This-
has
this-
now become
So, but according to this quantum,
This
what do you say?
quantum.
quantum physics.
Yeah, quantum physics. Will it? What did they say? Of
I'm
course.
not sure. They didn't talk
Yeah.
about trees. They talked about humans and humans. They talked
Mm.
about diseases being able to be cured through positive thinking and through energy.
Yeah.
through wind.
This is Buddhism say like a person has a disease, two people have the same disease. One person has a very calm mind, very stable mind. Other person is very nervous, worry. Then who become kanji similar
Yeah, a person who is more relaxed, will be cured
Exactly.
faster.
Yeah.
We have Tibetan tradition, we have another example. When someone has cancer, we don't tell that the person you have cancer.
You don't tell them.
We don't tell them.
Yeah.
We never told them. Even like here, Tamchit here, his family there, someone he's going to die. I know, he's going to die. I say, go him, oh, you okay, you're fine, we will pray for you. But come out here, family, you have to get ready.
Yeah.
But still he didn't know.
He doesn't know. Yeah.
But he somebody, it's keep purpose to go because his mind keep more stable. Here, one lady, she has cancer 4 years ago. The family doesn't tell her. They, the doctor told her, they said, we cannot tell the mom. The doctor told the kids know, but the mom doesn't speak English, they don't tell her. They give the medicine, but this medicine is something for you, something that. She just think that, she's still going on. This is because our mental is very important. But the second question is, if someone is pain, I say, I wish you, if you are very high level practice, you can, more develop, but I cannot take his sickness too.
You
Karo.
can't take your sickness.
Yeah. Buddha said, Karo. Yeah. Karo. Yeah, Karo.
Really, they were talking about winds, and they were talking about too much fire, too much heat, too much cold in your body.
Yeah, this is a
I
tradition.
couldn't believe that it was
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Netflix. I'm like, wow, this is pretty amazing. Yeah.
This is the Tibetan doctors we have said. Karo ngado nagdo was. Ngado joji kamanya na baby member gaman lagi was.
So that's how the Tibetan doctors they diagnose the diseases because by looking at the elements in your body. So when there's imbalance of elements in your body, that's what causes the sickness.
제자 아니 중화지 차냠나 아니 고 따다여와. 중화지 kamanya na 영와. 대라야 나도 나사도 열어서 얘는 중화지 kamanya 차만이마다 나도 야 파는 거 살아봤어.
And so they say this, when this, the elements in our body are not balanced, then we become sick. When they are balanced, then we don't get sick. The sickness is there, but it rises, when it becomes unbalanced, when the elements becomes unbalanced.
Imbada tendeza ta tanda be nasa tangi de be nge ko tawa sho samne rewa jamni ta yo na sanji chomden degi nga to semje dunga da tawa sho de ta mon chusun sabse jabyo res tenga to tasa go res.
So anyway, so by thinking, may that person be better from their disease, from my side, I cannot take that disease away. By thinking, oh, may they be free, or may he be free from his disease, maybe from his disease. If that's possible, then Buddha would have done it a long time ago. Because Buddha is always thinking about the person to get better from their suffering, all the time. So if that was possible, then it would have been done already.
타이나 간두 물음 자거스 간두 그대나 지 나도 물음 자라 중알아 라겨 미칸가 라겨로서 간두 라겨 와서.
But we do pray if somebody is sick, and then we do pray for them. So, oh, may that person be free from their disease like that.
다티 간지 팽게래 했어 간두 라. 벤다 단다 자나란 샴바가 나서 용도 당간수 참이 물음 자거스 가와나.
And so then how does that help? Does it really help, or how does that help? If it does it, how does that help, right? So like nowadays there's bad flu going on in China, and people are all praying for them.
대나사다 마요 쇼스다. 나살래 마요 쇼 수지 마나오 쇼물 자겨 와서.
So may that disease not come to us, not to me, or not to anybody.
제자 다티 간지 스톱 제가 세워이나.
So by thinking like that, how would it stop the disease from coming to me or to anybody?
아니 간줄라는 다티 지체 촉방 망보제 때야 와 연자 아니 간지 대만 니반 냐메기 에다 코 멜레비쇼다 대만 냐메 간지 소능부 초만 바사와이나 아니 코 네와도 마용와다 간지 튼디기 간지 셔다도 맨도 간가 고드고로 보이나 물음부 두 팽그레스 페나게 미치나게 물음 잡아나 쇼치니 알아 팽그레스 가는 게 미션발 물음 잡이오레스 미 바조바 코로나 팽그레 코로나 가르나 알아 페나 기실라고 물음 잡이오레스 코로나 셈이야.
And so usually it's through the merit, so when you pray, you create a merit, and again, when the bad thing happens, that's because of the negative actions, negative karma, and when you create a merit, what gives the positive, energy, and then that prevents it from the bad thing happening. So that's how the prayer works, and so somebody like when you pray from your side, it works to yourself. When you pray for somebody else, you say, oh, that person, I'm praying for that person, then it helps, to yourself because you're creating merit by doing that. Yeah? And also it may help the other person, because that person, have this belief thinking that, oh, Geshe or somebody else is praying for me like that. So that, energy or that hope, holds the person from becoming sick.
Today, channel mother bena nge mulum jane ko trasa de ko tani jatan kan he mechi bena sina tene yongore nge manga to serala trawaji ya ani member ga ta chushin ro de chena sa ke cho dawani somsim de ma chushin ro la bares ne trawadi ge ta khora tha che sia tha che ne ani bi doji den ro ne dangele sin mu jo de bares ani dangele sin mu tha ka ji jo no ko na ya tha so bares ani shuga meang kan ro na jo na sa mu de se jo khari che wa yes ani nga tete kare samlo te ta nga shigere sam ku ta shigere sam samlo lu ta ne kanji tela macha wa jine ta changye de jin do go ndo den de ba ko kanji semshu rang ka ko ta so
de
sonam da so so sam da na kan ta so de ngu su yore.
So yeah, also I mean because of the prayer, right? So if you pray for yourself, then it can help, so like the Geshe said, there was a story about a monk who was diagnosed with a cancer, and then the doctor told him that, oh, he's going to live only for 2-3 months. He has only 2-3 months to live. So he said, then he thought, or he also thought, okay, I'm going to die now. So for whatever remaining time I have, I will go to Bodh Gaya and recite this text called Essence of Interpretive Definitive Meaning by Lama Tsongkhapa. And he just went there. He went, he read that text. He read that. While reading it, maybe he completed about 2 or 3 times, and he got completely healed. And that was because he didn't hold to that, oh, what's going to happen to him? And of course, he didn't get that stress, and also he's reciting that prayer, that text, and because of that merit, and his thought, he got healed like that.
제가 다 다른 사람 뭐지 타다 간이 타다 저한테 신뢰 잡다. 지 타올라 소서. 미치고 물음 되네. 고 타와서 삼네 미 빠져 타와서.
So in that case, like in the one that you're talking about, that you can heal other person also like that.
happen
does that
I think
happen?
it's- you can heal. I think it's like if you're balanced, even if you have all of your energies are balanced and even, and you're next to someone who's really sick and
Okay.
really off balance.
Okay.
The only way your body can heal is if your body is in sync. If all your channels are lined up, if you're relaxed, if you're calm. But if someone's got these issues from, say, childbirth, or they're holding on, not childbirth, but when you're young, you go through traumatic experiences. Some people are holding on to these things for a long time, and that's what makes them sick. It's stress related, these stress related sicknesses. So if you're someone who's a little bit more balanced, and you're next to that person, and you're teaching them that their bodies can become lined up and in sync as well, and they start changing their beliefs. Just by teaching them that you don't have to be stressed out, your body is naturally going to heal itself if you can become less stressed.
Yeah.
That's how you would heal them, by teaching them those things.
You're sharing your energy.
Yeah, you're sharing your energy with them, and being around that person for a long time. I think if you're around someone who's always stressed out,
Yeah.
you get stressed out.
Exactly.
If you're around someone who's very calm and very relaxed, like a Buddha, you'd be relaxed and calm. That's the whole thought process of it.
Yeah, this is Buddhism always talk. Not This is this is good. No, this is Buddhism idea. This is we always talk about that, right? They Chenangi kare kolmam ko tare mendo. Chenanga kola labja jab. Pajo korang song ko tare do.
So I mean, he has to do the same thing, right? You can't just let's say he's just doing all
He just relax, yeah, just
all
let
sorts
out.
of things that he's doing, and then you just try to take his disease away by thinking, oh, may he be better like that, or by imagining sending the energy to him and so like that. It's not just like that, right? So he has to do something from his side.
I would think he would have to do something from his side.
Yeah.
But what this quantum
That's
entanglement
good.
is
Yeah.
saying is that by just thinking about someone getting better, they're connected to you, and so there is, if they believe that we're all connected, and they have the faith that we are all connected because we are, then they'll heal.
그러나서는 나도 대어 여자 그런 게 삼다나 마다나 가족이 봐서 딱그 다기요 삼바에는 그거 다 그러었어요.
Are you sure?
I don't know. Hey, I'm not a Buddha.
No, you're not, but no.
뭐 그런 식으로 말다.
네, 네.
근데 퀀텀 인탱글먼트 되게 되는 식으로.
The kondo kare michi labjoda kondongone te nyamno jene te yonjorta. Te daerone.
So the quantum entanglement who says that did they say that just because somebody said that they heard or they actually experienced it?
No, they're saying it's a theory.
Theory.
티루스는 내가 저 지금 시당도 그랬어요.
No, this is not true. Then I am not believe that. Yes.
You don't believe in quantum entanglement?
No. I believe like that because like some is very stress here. You're very relaxed. You're very calm. You can teach exactly like what you experience for them. If that person follow that, they will heal. But this person just relax, just let them. I just pray here 24 hours. Oh, it's covered. He doesn't change anything.
Yeah. So they're
But-
saying you can be light years away.
No.
They're saying you can be light years away, and the same thing that will happen to you here will happen to somebody, can happen to somebody else,
No, this is
being
not.
that far away.
This is not possible.
What
Yeah.
he said, the basic theory is like that when you have two subatomic particles that collide, they'll have the same spin, no matter where in the universe.
Of course.
Mathematical model. And this is a projection of that.
So what is that again?
Two subatomic particles collide. They're moving at the speed of light. They're not even an object. They're think of them as a cloud, right?
What is that? So is that
A molecule is made of an atom.
Mhm.
Atoms are made of, a nucleus with electrons and
Mhm.
there's protons and neutrons, and so, they're traveling and they're part particle and part wave, and when they connect, the things are spinning at
Mhm.
the speed of light, but you can't measure it obviously directly, but they leave a trace. The theory is that the models is if you collide them, and then like one is, at another end of the universe, they're gonna spin forever at the same,
Right? It's
not
molecules
up and
the
down,
same.
but that's
Big Bang.
So entanglement is like the connection.
Talking about.
But the problem with that is that's assuming that the mind is physical.
Well, that's got nothing to do with the mind, we're talking
Well, if you're
subatomic.
talking about like mental ability to heal somebody, that's talking about the mind.
I didn't say I believe that.
Okay, that code color. What is it?
Marcos and so that electron and what do you call that?
Subatomic particle, when they
particles, yeah.
connect, they're spinning.
Yeah.
At the
So
same
that's
angle.
everywhere, right? Within us, within every object, right?
Well,
Everything that is made off of atoms.
it's like when they collide, and I
Yeah.
mean, usually they don't collide at this, like, at that level.
That's why they're trying to, that's why the Big Bang is the only thing that's be able to, that's why the subatomic collider that they're making is a collider.
A particle being
They're trying to make this thing that can smash these atoms together really, really hard and fast to replicate the Big Bang, to find out how we all became how we are here.
And so there's the electron and what do you call the other one? The thing that's going around.
What's the coolest thing that I learned is that molecules.
No, my question is,
atoms
what is that thing? Again, I want to.
Subatomic particles.
Yeah,
What is that exactly?
What we're all made up of.
All right, so you know an atom, right?
Zeno.
But I don't
Zeno.
understand when you say. I mean, and just to explain to Geshe, what do you mean by like the what is that? You know, the
Can you describe that?
electronic? What do you call that?
Sub.
Subatomic.
In
But
other
what
words,
is it?
it's smaller than the atom, it's what the atom is composed of. And
Uh-huh.
it goes down to, who knows, probably infinity, you know. you
And so what is that?
force
That is
goes
atom
on.
of what? Atom of what?
Doesn't matter.
So and that can be of this table.
Doesn't matter the
Of,
other.
can be of my body.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. So it can.
Not the whole thing, just those two particles that are connected are entangled, that's why they call it.
맞아 두텐스라 맞아 한번 두텐게 소라다 두텐게 소라다 두텐 타쇼 니여스라다 다 니라 가서다 가서 니디 때는 콘도 가던데 죽도 거서 꼬르데 거서 맞을라 꼬르데 다 디니 투소나 내가 코니 파 체로 거서 다디 파 토저라 딜라다 인탱가면서 거다 다디 파토 코니 츠는 코니 가와이나야 되어여서 거기 파딘 꼬르데 거서 코니 아니 파이다 저런 게다 라이트 리어스다 그 맞아 또 간서 다 왜래서지어라 내가 지금 가서 다른 뭐 요가 있나 디코드는 코아 코르게 벌써 왔다.
제가 사실은 나도 중화시 들은 데로 와. 중화시 들은 데로.
콘도에 참모 쉬우셔도 데 두텐 타슈니 열서 니디는 가던 코르게 벌써 되잖아.
만족에 가지 다.
저런 대글 갈라지는 거지.
근데.
그래서 세네게 데모도 켈링 말았어요.
제가 대지로 봐.
또 조금도 도서 들려라.
Yeah, we just going there everywhere. 제가 quantum physics. 대 나도 남배가 대만 맞았을 때 따다 찍발에 넣었어. 랑도 좋아요 말았어. 봐채나? 도도 녀요 말았어. 세르길 대라고 해서 됐다.
So anyway, earlier Geshe was trying to get to the before getting the quantum entanglement was quantum physics. Yeah, it believes in lack of true existence, right? Is that it? Lack of true existence? There's nothing existing truly also?
So they
Quantum
said,
physics.
So in the molecule, they said they were 99.99999% empty.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, because empty means they don't find like
No,
something.
The molecules, they can
Yeah.
look at a molecule under the microscope,
Yeah.
and when they look at it, there's some substance there, but it's only 99. So there's one. It's like 0.000.1 is the substance, and it's 99.9999% empty. Of
다들 안
substance.
거는 말은 가는다.
나도 근데 자차 자니 자 돈벌라 그랬어 가지. 자차 자니 자는 거 줘요 말았어. 그래서 이제
네.
하늘
네.
1/10,000.
간지 자샤 자니 자 가지 자샤 100% 간지 랑도 줘요 말았다 그랬어. 대답 군도 대상 때 받는 세리베가 퀀텀 피직스에 대한 안조고 안 치고 나라야 랑도 맞았을 때니 빼라고도.
So like you said, the 99.999 something percent, but in Buddhism we say 100%, and like 100% is empty. So that therefore, like 99% something. So that is very close, to that. So that's why when His Holiness said, the Buddhist view of lack of true existence, is very similar, with the quantum physics, the way they explain there.
다 그런 안에 가서 또배 따뜻한 봐. 아니 저다 见다 차시다 강하다네 아니 비고 수고에 조용 그랬어. 직실에 간대네.
So yeah, so it's everything is energy of existing from their own side, existing truly from their own side. They all exist by depending on cause and conditions, the level and so forth. So it depends on something. There's nothing exists from its own side.
단 세리베던 라이트 지난 거는 계셔도 사월도 없습니다. 지난 거 소주주는 맞아와 징에 물론 전에 지난 trasa야 됐다. 간도 남비 단다 캔는 거 말스. 지난 거 전에 기초 맞아와 징.
So if you don't make any move from your side, and then from my side I do all the things for you to get better, then that's not possible for you to get better. If you don't move, if you don't make any moves, and you don't do anything, then there's no way I can heal you completely. So that's Buddhist view. So Buddhism doesn't believe that there's something that you can do without that person from their side doing something. So that's what Buddha Geshe Tenley said. I can only show you the path, to liberation. Understand?
So Buddhism requires participation.
You need to participation.
Yes. Whereas I think the more Western, like Judeo, well, not that it doesn't, the Western model doesn't require faith, but I think it's not about someone making you better or healing you. It's about your positive connection. You have to believe, or you have to. I understand that. So that's one of the things that I love about Buddhism is that you have to participate yourself. You can't just kind of accept everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the ask us the Netflix, but strip in argue that. What's your question?
Well, you don't have to answer this because I don't want to go on a tangent, but I'm just curious, right? You read about Milarepa.
Okay.
And he did black magic.
Yes.
Well, they didn't participate. How did it work?
Garso.
So we don't need to answer that, right? That's what you said.
black magic theories.
And then black magic then the mission that power.
And
근데 곤조는 개체와 말아서 곤조 되는 그 곤조에 되는 추와 말아. 파티시페이트 제와 말아. 아니 그 곤조 간에서 넣어서.
차도 도도 말 레벨들 열라.
So they're saying that not everything is around, there's square also. That's the answer. Not everything is around, there's a square also.
나도 사기 주고도 나도 그 재미가 그 사기 거죠. 나도 그 kalpchag도.
So like an earthquake, right? If there's an earthquake, we're not participating in an earthquake, but we all get damaged, right?
That's a good idea. 대야 지난땡 sometimes 그래 세나. 나도 강가 두치 sometimes 찍찍이 sometimes.
지도 제가 뭐 등에만 제 살아.
얘나 코나도 배나 게만 레드 사사레스. 코도 된리 요 레사레스.
Just kidding about that, but the participation was already done, like long time ago.
That's just
So they
condition.
created the karma. When they created the karma, they have already participated at that time, to experience that result.
That's just condition. Okay? Yes. Okay, anyway, this is interesting, okay? You should maybe look more them. How they say. 간제 대나 오늘 단단 감도 마보지 버는 실록 버는 시죽 저대 버는 세르빌라야 된 감도 마보 버는 장고는 뭐지 아니 다 리저버를 메셔야 되다 세르바케는 좀 송거를 거스. 맞아 나만 이제 다티 신의 제자들 같이 뭐 신의 제자들서.
So that's the reason why His Holiness also said that he doesn't accept the existence of the Mount Meru, like that. So that's going according to the science.
근데 이제 다 단다되나 나도 타월 하나로 시바시에 신의 제기치 그랬어.
And so if that is possible, like you said, you can heal somebody whether they have participated or not, whether they're
No, you're not saying. I'm not saying.
Quantum entanglement.
But like that, this is
So
good.
if that is possible,
It just says we're connected.
Yeah.
then Buddha's message about, I can only show you the path to liberation, but understand that the liberation totally depends on you. Will be also fake. So we'll have to draw back from that also.
Also, 대만이 시바 당가도 샹집 선바사지 간디나 sem진 대장장 섬당도도 다 대오 파제 펠차르스. 야문에 그 섬당게 요 말에. 야문가도 다게 요 말까지는 못 하고 그랬으나.
So, or you can say that what Bodhisattva is doing, is not correct. What Bodhisattva is doing, so we should not believe in Bodhisattvas having the altruistic mind. Yeah. We should not believe in that because that's not working, because there are so many things still suffering.
We stay here.
Wait, say that again?
So what Bodhisattvas doing, we say they have an altruistic mind, right? They have a compassion, they have a great compassion, limitless, and immeasurable compassion, right? Like, so if it is going to be helped by that, then if it should help by that, then there should be no sentient beings, because their wish to relieve sentient beings, all sentient beings from the suffering is like limitless, right?
Right, but
So
that
it should
has
not
to
be there.
Right.
It should there not.
Person has to be open to that.
There's a Bodhisattva there.
The person has to be, I think that the person, you just can't be like, oh, heal you, get better.
That's right.
The person has to be open to that. The person has to have faith that their body's gonna heal.
What happened to light years away?
That's true.
It's
That's
sort of
true.
like
We talked
Reiki.
about that too?
Huh?
If you don't believe Reiki works, Reiki's not, if you believe Reiki works, it will work. If you don't believe in Reiki and someone's performing it on you, it's not gonna work. So that's the best analogy or comparison to
Right,
kind of
that's
get
kind
to
of,
that.
Yeah.
That's good. Therefore, 그 소송을 내가 제거도 할 건데.
So you have to do something from your side. You have to believe, or you have to think that, oh, this is
다
working for me.
나를 낼 때가 그래. 간지.
totally, it's like something that we can't even fathom in our minds.
So anyway, there has to be something from your side. You can't just get healed by somebody else, right? You can't get healed by somebody else completely. You have to have something from your
I
side
believe
also.
that's true, yeah.
Yeah.
How about example? He has dog. He has terrible problem. Someone stay here very serious. You think the dog become feel better? Heal.
Probably not, no.
Because he doesn't have any
He doesn't have
participant.
there's nothing there for him to, he doesn't have the mind to
Do-
heal.
Do you think we connect with them?
The dogs?
Yeah. Yeah, right.
In a certain way, yeah.
Yeah.
But everybody, we're connected with everybody, right? So just like that, we're connected with the dog. So dog should get better when we think, when we meditate for the dog. According to the quantum entanglement.
Yeah, according to the quantum
Yeah.
entanglement, you should, by putting out positive energy, things will react positively.
Yeah.
Does that theory say that consciousness started with the Big Bang?
I don't know, I'm not sure. I would say, I'm not sure. Watch the movie, it's only like an hour and a half, it's a great movie.
That's good. Anyway, this is wonderful. This is one of the things, that they got thing when 내가 침몰했을 봐. 디가 란리 제 자체와이나 가지 팬토에 왔다. 대체가 때문에 야버렸어. 시당. 나 시에 가리나 만나러 간다.
So anyway, that theory is good in a sense that you think about others, and you cherish others, you consider others, or even more important than oneself, like that.
Right? The thing lam제 때 작은 was. 간지 저런 게 제일 배도 제토를 해서 싫어.
So that kind of gives you the advice that you can benefit others. Right?
다 나중에 나도 타마 내가 얘기도 시에도 was.
And also that talks about how we are all connected.
그리고 지진에 되게 제와 엄마도 제와 심하 켈레바 팬사로 was.
And maybe that can also help, to believe in or understand in understanding the past and future lives.
What do you think? But I cannot be 제와 하지 켈랭거를 되나. cannot 내가 녀요 말았어. 근데 인생은 인사를 주도 삼성 고한 얘기가 말잖아. 저도 켈레는 게 저도 담이 켈레 그래. 저도 켈레 그래나. 근데 문에 레셔도 저도 고하던 녀도 녀 빠지 망하지 녀도요 말이.
So we all believe in, like we as a Buddhist, right? We all believe in past and future lives, but we haven't gained that ascertainment, of the past and future life. So we say, yeah, there is. When somebody asks, then you say, yeah, but in your mind, you're always thinking that yes, there is a past and future life.
Right? 제장도 남바 배나 배와도 재미도 다그 추대 가지 그 켈레거서 가지.
Yeah, so we all, we all Buddhists, Tibetans, Chinese, and all the Buddhists know that there is a past and future life.
제자
Believe in past and future lives.
제자 다 당연한도 담보 요사 내도 되는 거라. 아니 담보 맛이 세대 맡아봐 얘나. 삼제 수수 맛체 영화되게 로데 수수질라. 딱 내반에 맡아나 다 상주선 제 고급적인 요 말에.
And so you have to believe in, past and future lives, and in order to understand how all sentient being has been your mother, in order to recognize all sentient being has been your mother, you have to believe in past and future. Without that, there's no way you can believe all sentient being having been your mother, you know. And without that, there's no way you can generate bodhicitta.
제가 다때 삼무슈 땅고 때 삼로다 뜻생가서 가루 고거를 때 삼무슈 고거를 들어와 두 삼로다 아니 빼나 첸디가 소소고 파마까지 첨보인 봐 야무나 파마까지 저거 고만이야 소소 첸들까지 첨보인이 소소라 진짜 대까지 첨보인 봐다 대나지게 sem지 첨보도까지 첨보 두 삼무슈 땅고다.
So we have to spend a lot of time meditating on how, you know, sentient being has been our mother, just like, you know, this sentient being who has been our mother in this life. And then there was another life before, like if, of course, and provided that we believe in past and future life. So in that past life, there was another one, and before that, there was another one, so another one like that. So when you believe in that, then you can see that there's no beings that you can point and say has not been your mother.
대지나 아니 감투시나 감투 되지나 감투 레바명이 지금 매우 많이 차도 레바 차대요.
And so in that case, in that way, right, we have all a relationship, just like we are connected to our parents now as a parent, son, you know, daughter, like that. So then that in that past life, so with all sentient beings we are connected in that way.
답은 세리바랑 아주 네 값도 동안이 레바는 갈라 그래.
So are we connected with this cup?
어디 하
How?
Through material, through came from the earth, right? So did our bodies.
The sun letters. The sun letters. They are sun letters.
아주 저거도 밤에 그러달래지 말해.
Our body came from our parents and egg and sperm, right? Not from the earth, isn't it?
Well, they came from our parents and our egg and sperm, but that came from the earth. That all, if you trace it all back, it comes from the earth.
Food? Kalat.
This is yeah. You can say like that. 가정아도 빠진 종아진데 근데 종아제도 저거지나 용거에서 가지. 나도 수보들아 40년 종아진 애들은 내가 40년 종아진 애들이 그랬어.
Our bones are similar to that. Our bones are hard, you know.
So like you can say the elements, the four elements, right? The four elements, you know, this came from four elements, and our body also came from four elements. So from in that sense, you can say they are like same, similar.
제가 간조 남백이 춘데 세바이나 득간에나 티나는 종아지 참거랬어. 단다처럼 그 마크치랍소 dünya 아돌나 dü시요랬다. dü시티 그랬어. 근데 40년 종아시. 종아시 찍 맞나 대토고 말았어.
So according to Buddhism, there's there's these four elements in every atom. So you're talking about the two atoms. So there's the four atoms, four elements.
종아시 맛 매바이나 안에 대간에 같이 고르게 샤워체도 말 간지.
So without the four elements, then it will not be able to perform its function.
대간도 땅 남백 캘린다레세.
So that's according to Buddhism.
야. 근데 단다처럼 그 반을 봐. 추준이로 다 일본이야. 뒤 반에 추주대 찍어나는 종아시 참거래 봐서나.
So when you talk about those two, the tiniest atoms, so each one, do they have that's one, each of it has all four elements?
All it's saying is that when they
아니
connect,
쟤도 대 고란 거 라지카래. 고란 거 라지카래.
Do atoms have 4 elements?
For each atom has four elements.
You should have 4 directions or 4 elements.
For elements.
종아시.
종 말면 디시 40년 종아시.
드는 레더스 그러잖아.
드르는 거라야 40년 종아시. 그 상거를 받아.
because I mean,
Yeah, each atom has four elements.
I think this is just different ways to categorize things, right? So, in the Western science, people count how many protons and how many neutrons they have in each atoms, and then they categorize these atoms into different things. But in the Buddhism like culture, it's just categorize these materials in different way. So there's no sense to Not alone, just to go on these two particles after they collide and go transport to like infinite distance and by its own. It's just as far as we understand these science, this thing has not been proved or disproved because we just
We're trying to figure it out.
yeah, we're trying
Yeah.
to figure out. This thing is just too complicated.
Mm.
We don't have enough evidence to say
Mm.
anything about that.
What is it?
So
그래, 다 뭐라서 가져다 가져다지 여와 차단 가가래스. 당 가져 중앙시라도 가져다 가져디 양 가져 계절에서 말. 계절에서 말해서 가져 되게 가져 들은 니수도 가져 남발은 가져 되게 가서 되게 가져 식든데 요 말아. 당 가져 가르시고 돼 하고가 말았어. 되는 가져 여와 차단 가가래스. 들라 가져 제전에 쳐야 말았어 그런 거였나. 자 가서 디베트 가가래스 진짜. 당 가져 전렉스 야지라 가져 다 가져 이제 소소치 거라서 내내 상무다 kunzu 그때 따다거라 켈렌 토야 말았어. 내내 따다거라 제토야 말았어. 내내 레슨 따다거라 랍토야 말았어. 맞아. 계속 완전 남바이나다 내내 레슨 따다 랍거라. kunzu 그때 내내 인그레 내내 소절 라고 맞아. kunzu 내내 랍고 말았어. 다 들라 가서 제전에 저거야 말. 가서 그 따다 랍토 말았어.
What do you think?
I think she's right.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
The Sando Rinpoche, the one of the very Sando Rinpoche. Sando Rinpoche.
Is the principal of the Tibetan University in Varanasi.
Also, he's very scholar,
Very great scholar.
very great scholar. Or he's one of the His Holiness like hand, right?
Right hand person.
Right hand. But His Holiness is very into the science. He don't believe science. 그나 science the monde 두쇼 the science is like this.
It's a blind faith of blind faith.
Okay, so
Mo-
His Holiness is, this right hand doesn't believe science?
No.
Yeah, doesn't believe
But he
science.
knows all about science?
He-
He's a scientist?
He's not scientist, he's very scholar.
Oh.
He's very philosophy scholar. He doesn't study really science. And
So if he doesn't believe in science, he would not be a scientist. Right?
yeah. But yeah, he's very interested, right? He is one reasonable. But then thirty bus I think touch a chair matters. Logima
So just like she said, it's just like the assessment only, So you say, oh, maybe it's like that, maybe it's like, but you cannot come to the conclusion. Yeah, this is how it is. So there's no way you can get the answer, exact answer from there.
Yeah, this is anyway. This is very interesting. When the science conference, he have to come, But he just behind that, he just he's bored. His Holiness is very serious, right? What he talk, And also Geshe said their talk. He very serious, His Holiness. But the Rinpoche come, he just behind that. But yeah, anyway, how you say? 단다들 간데 저랑게 무의지도 된거는 야보를 삼다도 야보를 봤어. 간지 내리게 간지 밀어야 샴제세야지. 미참말은 돼봐요지. 참마 끊으시 이마시 가도 나비 나지 셰터바이나 미더 미바란 돼봐다 미디 미바라 혀사 용거로 봤어. 뱅거다.
So, so the movie that you've been explaining about, in some way it shows that connection between the people, right? How we've been like connected and been kind to each other, and that way you can develop, help to develop loving kindness and compassion towards each other.
생각 들어신 바지 곤돌아야. 근데 니 깝티치는 마차와쇼서 쇼다 몸자는 코친 참여 연구를 했어. 니치 참은이서 라잡던.
So by praying, just by praying, can we still like prevent from, and like I said, may this cup not break, will it not break? If you just said no, may it not break, may it not break.
We can ask them. Because we have connection that.
Yeah, but we can't control it like that.
Therefore, we cannot control he or she or her mom. We can control our mind. This is a Buddhism word, right? If they say, I can pray for he or she, then he can just recover. Doesn't look like he or she control that. But if it really does happen, then we have to change the Buddha thought. Or we have to change visa Sanjay said kalanyeri kala karo tuji manyeri ba ngaba pen tamata ji tenze ba sede ta kale chine jag chores ngoni nyama chi tinji leba ina me khorang ngoni kale ja mo che.
So if it's possible, for other person to be healed without that person doing anything, and just by somebody else from this side, just by somebody else, praying for that person, then we should stop believing that Buddha has compassion for all. Because if he had, then why didn't he do it, right?
I'm
He would
not
have done
terrible.
it.
What happened for me?
Because we don't understand it. We're not receptive. We're not receptive of it.
그럼 제장 가지고 내가 온도 왔어.
So we have to be receptive also, right, from our side. Yeah.
제장 되지. 그럼 셴베나 미질레야 셈발락 셈 두대 왔지. When he or she is very, stressed, nervous. he or she 다 소속을 받는 랍자 년사시들로 되게 되는 말다 랍자 보잖아. 고말 헬로 차도 그랬어. 대 자야 돼. 그거 전에 처음 말다. 그 랍자 코나게 nye. 벽이 삼로 당 저 잡송 알아봤어. 대가도 남은 단다 요요 알아봤어.
So yeah, that has to be, right? So otherwise, it will not help. Like say somebody is very stressed and very nervous, and then he or she goes to the person that she believes in, for advice, and then when the person advises, and then he takes it, then it helps person, right? So you have to be receptive. You have to be receptive. You have to accept that person's advice. If you went to somebody else came and then explained to you all these things, but you don't believe in that person, or you don't respect that person, or doesn't believe in that person, then it will not help that person.
제가 이것도 리파 성다고 도 단지 군두 삼성 송거다. 가디나 사제가 라바레스. 나가지나 라바라야 말스. 대 시자진이 수수 리파 성당고를 송도.
And so also we have to use our logics, And so that's why therefore we have to kind of debate or argue in a sense, and debate and argue to understand. That's like His Holiness also says, you can't just say all the time that, oh, Buddha said that, or Nagarjuna said that, and so therefore you have to accept that. And it's not like that. You can still argue, or you can still investigate on that.
Usually then the monks have the debate, they're all different monasteries debate. Then if someone says something wrong, you can go better than gas, guma is like this. Taloshin better than Gagamutis, Gagaripaja damage. Talopi.
So usually, we will quote from the scripture to prove that this is how it is. And it says, oh, it is like this because Nagarjuna said like this in this text. So you can quote from that, and then they will have to accept it. But Geshe said this time he witnessed the monks debating, and there were nobody quoting any scriptures by any scholars. They were using all logics to prove the statements.
Yeah, His Holiness is very serious. 나만 담아 못 somebody's. 가지 가서 남비 추세대 가지 고바 소신이 제 말이지. sem랑게 삼았다. 리바가 따제지. 무인데 좀 동도 못 따야지. 제가 저는 루자냐 잡제드나 루데 개말했나 저는 믿는 듯이 도말 거지.
And so, that's what His Holiness always mentioned, that to not just follow with the scriptures with the blind faith, and you have to always use the logic. You have to use the logic and reason, to prove that. Otherwise, if somebody who doesn't believe in that scripture, and then you quote that scripture to them, it's not going to be useful. It's not going to be able to prove that, right? So for that person, you need a logic. You need to explain the reason why it is like that.
Anyway, this is a good step also, like science. Is this science or they just someone make movie?
No, it's science.
Science.
Yeah, but they made it into a movie.
This is very interesting. This is good, Therefore, His Holiness is also very interested in the science. Human nature is not 미게 시가데 바로 초보 말 차별하지 말 생긴 거지. 시가 미시가 차별하지만은 잠시 대용하게 해봐지 요래서.
So that's why His Holiness says the nature of human being is not violent. So because there's no violence, in the nature of human being, therefore there is a hope for world peace.
제가 안에 완전히 콜바 자소이는 코니마지 갈렉트 고아예로서 같이 개인선으로나.
So because it's not in the nature of the human being, therefore, but it's temporary there. There's a violence, in human being, but that's just a temporary. It's not there in their nature. Therefore, it can be taken out, can be removed.
제다변은 가서 수야, 그럼 블랙초크. 블랙초크 true that 가지는 꼭 가보셔야 그런 생각을 요 말아와.
So like the charcoal, it's a black by nature, right? No matter how much you wash it or how much you rub it, it will not turn into white. It will still remain black because it's in nature.
제 장 대대 집바 아니 챤바 잘라라 괜히잖아 그 주야 달야도 그 sama 찬정도.
So just like also the dirt, the things get dirt, but the dirt is not in the nature of the thing, right? Therefore, you can wash it, you can wipe it, and then get rid of the dirt.
제가 아주 샘지 라지 대 뇨모 말레스. 샘지 라지도 뇨모니 카레스. 대인자 샘지 라지를 좀 마셔 바레스. 다대 예명아서 샘바 삼바 땅 리파 땅 산지 간니 제고로.
And so therefore we say that the nature of the mind is not deluded. It's not. The delusions are there just for temporary, it's the nature of the mind itself is not deluded, and therefore you can remove the delusions from your mind, the negative thoughts and delusions, and you can remove from your mind. And that's what Buddha says. Whether that's true or not, we have to analyze and discuss and investigate about that.
제대로 보고 주주들로 뇨모시라 요 말스고. 세모테라 칼라라지는 콘리데레스.
So like the little kids don't have so much of delusions like negative emotions like attachment, anger, or pride and so forth, right?
뇨모세대 부이 예드 가디체나 예드 지원에 세워서 막 뇨모 지원도 와.
So because the delusions come to your mind or rise in your mind when you meet with the object.
Right? What is I don't know why I have to say that. Therefore, now main things. Bodhicitta is most important. Okay, we just come back. Okay.
Everyone's been your mother in the past.
Yeah, this is more important. Okay. 제 장아 공이 아마를 나기고 말다. 대응한도 하고 군도 가지. 몇시간도 계속 잘 오르was. 공이 아마 제 뉴아레스. 빠와 제 뉴아레다. 공이 빠와니 가래도 왔어.
The same should catch it. When amare some there is some matter.
There's some toner was. Some toner about it. There's some talk like how.
There's some matter. When I check him out.
담보도 용 말이야.
제거를 some 거.
배나 담보 배나 가로서 배나 샌딩에 배나 아마 양마나 빠와.
그래 담보 들어.
양마나 샌딩에 까지 체조 뭐데 삼고 그랬어. 검대 거래. 순까지 몇가지 다 류마다 가지 아마 까지 좀 메들라게도 없고 드비 주는 면도.
그래.
대매다 샌딩은 소소라 까지 체조 소소 가쇼 제자 밑에 담당 거.
And so you have to think about how sentient being, how all sentient being has been your mother, So by reasons like that, So this life, this mother, if there was a previous life, of course you have to believe in that. And there was another mother like that. So that's that way. They're all being your mother. So you have to see them all as your mother, Like because they have been your mother, therefore they are like your mother, I mean they're your mother in this not in this life, but they have been your mother, Therefore you have to have that strong. In order to have that strong feeling, you have to think about that mother. But of course, they are not mother of this life, but they have been your mother in previous lives. So that's the way to and bring close to the sentient being and think about their kindness when they've been your mother. But then also like in the West, many people don't have that kind of strong connection or strong or close feeling with their mother. Right? Many people say, "Oh, I don't like my mother. My mother has been very bad." So in that case, you have to think about somebody who has been very nice to you. It can be a father, it can be a brother, it can be a friend. So anybody who has been very kind, very nice to you, and then in that way, then you can think about their kindness.
제다 배나 수수기 제왕 하전을 들어와이나 아니 진대가 듣고 제다 안 되고. 도우치는
So how you prove the past and future life is through the reasoning of cause and effect.
그러와. 배나 차라도 누구치 파안 들어와이나 차라 가와반도 통도 줘서 파 대는 가와반도 통도 줘서. 제왕하면 로통도 돼.
So if you go back, today's you came from yesterday, and then yesterday came from where? All the way back to the birth, right? And then from there, can you still go back?
How far you go?
How far can you go? How far you can trace back?
Where do you suck?
Where?
Yeah.
2 years old, 3 years old.
You stuck that? What?
I can't really remember much before that. Can you?
No, you don't remember that.
You don't remember, but by logic.
Logically, you can go back.
Oh yeah.
Logically, you can prove that.
The logically, you can prove the past life, future life. 제가 가서 남에게 깨워라 토마 매라 그랬어. 깨워라 토마에만 거기까지 들어든 그 얘기 말라 그랬어.
So you can trace it back all the way back to the Big Bang. But Buddhism doesn't believe in that, right? Buddhism, says there's no beginning. The consciousness has no beginning. And so it goes. The Big Bang, there's a beginning, right? It happened at some time, right?
So that's a good point, because Jennifer brought up, she said, does the Big Bang actually include consciousness
Yeah.
or not? So if you could say that the Big Bang, that Buddhism doesn't believe in the Big Bang,
No.
because if consciousness is prior to the Big Bang.
Yes. So, but because there's a beginning to the Big Bang, right? Big Bang happened sometime. At some point it happened, right?
But I think that's just the physical
Physical,
side,
yeah.
not the
Big Bang
mental.
had a cause.
Hmm?
There was a cause, there must be a cause for the Big Bang. I think
Cause
His
for the
Holiness
Big-
said that. Big Bang, no problem, just not the first one.
Right.
Yeah.
No
Right.
cause.
Right.
But where's the first one?
We don't know.
Yeah, this is it.
So there's no beginning. No beginning to the Big Bang also.
제가 나도 남비가데 코알라 토메타 요슬라 그랬어요.
So there's no beginning to our consciousness, right? No beginning to our samsaric life. There's no beginning of our samsaric life. When did we get into samsara? There's no beginning. But there is an end to the samsara. When we are free from samsara, when we are liberated, then that's the end of the samsara. So there's no beginning to samsara, but there is an end to samsara.
Yes.
So what do you do when you're liberated?
Enjoy. You
That's
feel
good
happy
idea.
all the time.
Yeah, what Buddhas?
Like, what do you do when you're
Yeah.
liberated?
제가 아니 산지에서 토반 아니 sem적이 되는데 로데 거기까지 사 녀대가 말했어.
다바 돈을 가져왔어.
타와 토바이나 아니 양주 코알라 레니가 느리게 단대가도 뛰어야 되는 거 말했어. 느리게 잡아도 같아.
그래야 되나 가르치 그랬어요.
단 코알라
가르쳐야 돼 그래서 가지고.
다주만이었다는 셔다지. 지체는
가르쳐야 돼 그래서.
아니 강사 쇼치게 지 다주면 거기나 고 다가라 아니 곰전이 안 되게 지 그랬어. 강사 지 오타타는 가 다주면 돈 좀 없다. 산지에 고마 돈 되니 아 샹치부선 제도 로 니 그랬어.
So once you're liberated, then you just stay you're absorbed in meditation. So you don't have any sufferings at all. You're happy all the time. But then also there comes a point when maybe you will be waking from that absorption, that meditative absorption, and then you'll walk in a path to achieve liberation. I mean, achieve enlightenment or Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings.
Right, so then what happens then?
Once you become Buddha,
Once you have achieved enlightenment for all sentient beings?
상계에서는 가르쳐야 돼.
산지는 sem적이 된다고 그랬어.
And then you will work for the benefit of sentient beings.
But that's with remainder, right? That's nirvana with remainder?
No, 가서 내가 학생 하면 계시기 말아.
아 산지에 걸어 사지 기세요 말했어.
No, that we're talking about the liberation only. For the enlightenment, there's no remainder.
Oh, right.
There's no reminder, and with reminder, without reminder, there's no such thing like that. There's no such thing like that. That's only for the nirvana.
아니 녀라다 좀발라 라제 미세요 그랬어.
So that's a reminder, So what's the remainder?
Physical
The
body.
body, yeah, exactly. So when you have achieved liberation, but you have not, passed away, then you have remainder. Once you pass away from that, then you have no more this contaminated aggregate, There's no more remainder.
제가 녀라다 좀 공방 될 냠바셨네. 까와 뭐뭐 되게 살아도 돼. 까와 뭐뭐 로 좀 못.
Yeah, so once you achieve the liberation without any remainder, without any residue, then you absorb in meditation, for can be for eons and eons.
But that's not enlightenment.
That's not enlightenment.
Yeah.
That's
what
just a
happens
liberation.
When you achieve enlightenment,
Uh-huh.
that's the question.
Yeah, so that's what Geshe said. You will be working for the benefit of sentient beings.
제가
Because
샹지
that's what you became Buddha for, right? In order to work for the benefit of sentient beings.
Right, that's the
And so then you work for benefit, work to benefit sentient beings. You'll be benefiting sentient beings.
Not in a physical form.
Can be in physical form, rather. That's what we
예, 대변하다 나도 kelling bana. 대화를 못 전하고 Lama Zopa Rinpoche 또 bana 산지가 간제 미 남바치네 배운지냐.
들고 가서 농구에 남발에 이거라는. 그래서 상계라다.
또 롱고 세다가 좀 제가 말어.
먼저도 제가 말했는데 아저다 수기 남발하다.
수기 남바치 아니 대 휴자다 간제 내 내린다고 간제 산지가 신감라야. 로바 간갈 할하모 장장 간제 야가 장장 누가 저요 말스 대 롱기싱이 됐어.
So there's an emanation body, there's a four bodies, emanation body. The emanation body, they emanate, in different forms, to benefit sentient beings. Just like we can say His Holiness Dalai Lama, Lama Zopa Rinpoche, and so forth. They are like emanation of a Buddha in that emanation to benefit sentient beings. And then there is an enjoyment body, the actual Buddha's body, That's called enjoyment body, which is in like the divine aspect. And of course, ordinary beings like us will not be able to see that. So you have to be Arya Bodhisattva in order to see the enjoyment body. And the enjoyment body is like in the pure land, where everything is perfect. There's no sufferings, no defects at all.
Okay. Yes.
So following this logic, there was never a time when there wasn't different Buddhism,
그렇죠.
correct?
그래서 심지어는 도마면은 상기라 도마 요마라서.
내가 랍치고 산지라 도매에서 그래 가지고. 근데 다 린디가 갖고 산지 도마가나 아닌 고완지도 가도 상관도 지라예로. 산지 메디션 띵이라 산지 양만으로 예요레스.
Yes, there's no beginning to Buddha also.
Yeah.
So that's like when we talk about this Buddha, like the 1,000 Buddha of this fortunate era, then the first one we say is the Korwajik, and so that I mean for that you can say that's the first one, but in general there's no first Buddha.
We don't say who's first Buddha. When start? It's eons. Okay. Any questions? Yes. Yes.
When all sentient beings become Buddha, what would be left of the universe? There would be no point in civilization or anything.
그럼.
뭐예요, 뭐?
삼지도
오늘 되게 많은데라, 지루구나.
삼지 산지는 링데 코랑 매와 찬도 내가 요요 말.
So they will all disappear,
요. 아니까지 아무도 링데 코랑 산지 시간 찬도 그래.
or will turn into a Buddha, pure land, and there will be no problems. Everything will be perfect.
So it would be like one long vacation, basically.
Vacation don't check it
Yeah, really vacation. There are no problem. There are no wars. There are no wars.
Vacation 번 여러 번 뭐라.
No, it's no vacation. Vacation you have to worry. I have to go back to work, or I have to pay the hotel, pay the They
Lot
don't
of problem in vacation. Right?
They don't have any problems here. The bad words, problem words. We don't see that. We don't see. Everything pure.
Sometimes it's suffering and it's struggle that gives people purpose to keep striving on and keep moving forward. So we would have no purpose to do anything if everybody was Buddha. It would just be bliss.
제가요 말. 제가 윤세요 말해서 그래. 나서 윤세지 때거다. 그냥 가서 동아진 연구해 봤지. 되는 칼레지 가게 와서 되는 거 되게 가서 제가 지금 윤세지 거라서. 그냥 가서 다 이제 제가 또 빼셔면은 칼레 연구해서 다 빼셔 써야게 윤세지 거라. 되다 그러다. 되다고 생각하다 거야. 근데 상계에서는 내가 가서 윤세기 말했어. 근데 대학이 윤세기 때 말했어.
산지는 그 산지 신금서 그로 가가까지 신금 거랑 산지 신금 차로 그러봤어.
윤세가 요 말.
인제 그 가지한테 내 샘책 차대서 그 가고 말았어.
Yeah, you don't need a reason at that time. Now we need a reason. I have to earn money, otherwise I'll be, poor in the future. Like that, for that gives us a reason to like work hard and make money now. But at that time, you don't need that reason. Everything's perfect. Now or later, no need to worry at all.
It would just you wouldn't be doing anything.
그거 제가 말았어.
최대대 이거는 샹치고 삼고 샴바고 이제 곰
동반 샘제 매나서 그러거든.
동반이 곰
뭐 거기서는 샘제 탐지 싼게 싸서 그러다.
단단 시커도 냠는 채.
아?
가서나 곰에 동반이 곰 샹치고 삼고 그곰 적으로 봤어.
말다 믹스 곰 거예요, 말아. 거기 여 봐도다.
미스 구제도 곰은 가지.
그래서 전승 곰기다서 곰 거면 가 샘제 거래요, 말아.
근데 곰은 코라도야 코라도 딱으로 산지 신금이야 코나 뒤게 가로 최근에 야고 냠는 채다다 용거로 봤어.
다 기부진 들이다.
이 집이 중에 뭐 건도기 채다 내가 집어지는 깜빡하는 내가 지금 어제 때때 말했어. 얘나 가지 누가 녀도 받을 수 있지요 말어.
아니?
얘나 건도기 채야 죽고 받는데 요 말어.
아니?
가더야 코랑기 저거 가지 냠는 채 가지 또 곰제.
가르치는 냠는 채 그랬을 거다.
다 곰제가 가지 다 가지 소속을 가르치는 다 가로 소속을 내가 섭니다. 소속은 냠네 소속 될래까지 시간을 대 휴대에다 또 다른 대체로 봤어.
So we don't know yet, but when that time will come, maybe we will understand when that time comes, But maybe Buddha will be still doing what he's doing now.
Yeah.
Like meditating on loving kindness, compassion. No, yeah, that's right. But that's their word accustomed to. That's their nature. So they will have that all the time. So they will be generating bodhicitta.
And there's less sentient beings now for us to have to.
But ina 단단 가서 뒤골랑 가서 샘리천 나오고 말았어. 다 때다 까와 먹으면 더 되지.
So that, when will that happen? Never know. So don't worry about that from now.
Isn't it also true that we're conditioned to suffering whole idea of struggling and suffering. So the idea of just bliss is very hard for us to grasp. Because, perhaps as we get beyond it, it will be easier for our minds to simply be in that.
말은 가서 단도 동화도 님도 지우지 건데라. 가서 동화를 차 되어서 가서 동화를 동화를 맨날 가서 원에 걸어 대화대 가려면 가서 하고 더 말해서.
대화를 가서 동안 맨날 대화 하고 말. 강에도 맞는 가서 대화 가리면 하고 말어. 대화 저택 말어.
Yeah, that's true. We are very used to that experience that we don't know what actually, but without that experience, we will not search for happiness either.
제단 고아당 야송도 걸은 지시 짜 텔레주비니 바콘트레 비시데 빼짬도 집에 지시로 왔어.
So, we don't even think that as a suffering, we don't see that as a suffering as a suffering. We don't even know that suffering as a suffering. And because of that, we are not doing anything. If we understand the suffering as a suffering, then we'll really take refuge.
Okay, now we stop. Thank you. We just talk for every different ways. Even we talk for the movies. Okay, thank you.
What do we got? Oh, we're too short. Turn to page 39, please. I got it. Yeah. Saji Peki Junshin Meta Tramri Rabling Ji Ni Degem Padi Sange Jingdu Meteua Gidra Kunam Dag Zing La Cho Parsho Jesu Lame Kucherapten Ching Nam Katrin Le Cho Chu Ge Padang Lob San Tempe Drume Sapsum Gidro Emunzel Tatu Negurshi Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamnir Yatayami. Page 43, short, long life prayer for His Holiness. In that snow mountain encircled land, source of every benefit and joy, may Lord Tenzin Gyatso Chenre Zig remain in life till samsara's end. Page 49, short, long life prayer for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Tub sung chang sing jom gong gelwei tenzin yom pelwei gunso dog portse chong sung kurele mon tu drub padag zo du je gunzo zapten show. Page 57. Prayers of dedication. Through this virtue may I swiftly, having gained Guru Buddha state, place each and every sentient being without exception in that state, precious supreme Bodhi mind, may it where unborn arise, and where born never decline, but increase forevermore. And we'll end with Miximam, page 75. Mikmet se we te chen chen re zig dream Shla.